On the night of February 10, 2023, South Africa was shaken by the fatal shooting of award-winning rapper Kiernan AKA of Forbes and his close friend Tebello Tibz Motsoane outside a popular restaurant in Durban. The attack happened in full view of the public and was captured on nearby CCTV cameras, sparking national outrage and deep sorrow across the country and beyond its borders. For months, investigators worked to piece together what happened, leading to the arrest of several suspects. But as the case moved through the courts, it became clear that the focus was not only on those accused of carrying out the attack, but also on who may have planned and financed it. In March and April 2024, proceedings in the Durban Magistrates Court brought new attention to the alleged financial trail behind the murders. During testimony, the state presented evidence suggesting that the killing was not a spontaneous act, but a coordinated operation involving communication, planning, and funding. One of the key allegations raised in court involved a payment of more than 800,000 rand. Prosecutors told the court that a total amount of R800k was transferred into the bank account of accused number 4, Motsoane Gwabini, just one day after AKA and Tibz were killed. According to the state, the timing of this transaction is significant. Prosecutors argued that the money did not appear to be linked to any legitimate business activity, but was instead allegedly connected to the coordination of the murders. The state further alleged that the funds were later shared among other accused individuals involved in the case. As part of its evidence, the state also presented cell phone records. The investigating officer testified that Gwabini allegedly made a phone call to a number linked to businessman Sydney Mfundo Gcaba shortly before the money was deposited. This communication, according to prosecutors, forms part of a broader network of contact that they believe shows how the operation was organized. During the proceedings, the state alleged that Gcaba acted as a so-called paymaster, meaning someone who allegedly financed or facilitated payment for the crime. Prosecutors emphasized that this role, if proven, would place such a person higher up in the chain of responsibility than those who physically carried out the attack. However, the court also heard that Mfundo Gcaba has not been arrested or formally charged in connection with the murders. His name was mentioned in court as part of the state's evidence, but the investigation into alleged higher-level involvement remains ongoing. In response to the allegations, the Gcaba family publicly denied any involvement in the murder. They stated that the financial transaction referenced in court was for legitimate business purposes and had no connection to the killing of AKA and Tibz. The family maintained that linking the payment to the murder was misleading and unfair. The defense teams in the case also challenged the state's interpretation of the evidence. They argued that financial transactions and phone calls, on their own, do not prove criminal intent or involvement. They stressed that allegations made in court must still be tested through cross-examination and weighed carefully by the judiciary. Throughout the proceedings, the magistrate reminded the court that all individuals mentioned remain innocent until proven guilty. The case, still at a critical stage, has not yet reached final conclusions regarding who may have ordered or financed the attack. What is clear is that the investigation has widened beyond the immediate suspects. Prosecutors have indicated that they are continuing to pursue leads related to alleged masterminds and financiers, suggesting that further developments may still emerge. For many South Africans, the case represents more than a criminal trial. It has become a test of accountability, justice, and whether those who allegedly operate behind the scenes can be held responsible under the law. As the legal process continues, the court will ultimately decide which evidence holds weight and which allegations can be proven beyond reasonable doubt. Until then, the story of AKA's murder remains one of the most closely watched cases in the country, a reminder of the long road between allegation and justice.